Hi, my name's Rob Walker, and this is the second video that we're doing on club development for Squash New Zealand. The first one was on maintaining your club, not so exciting but very necessary. The second one's a much more exciting topic. It's on club programs. So the sorts of programs that are available to somebody that wants to play squash, wants to learn squash, wants to play it in various ways. And I'm not going to talk at all really about interclub and tournaments, because that's traditionally what squash clubs in New Zealand have done very well, and they do it very well. And that's really targeted towards the competitive squash player. But the competitive squash player really is the smallest part of the market, certainly potentially for any club. The biggest part of the market are those people that want to play the game casually. They may not want to join your club for the whole year. They might want to join for a month. They might want to have a concession card. They might want to play for a year, join for a year, but they may not want to play competitively. They might want to play. They might want to play once, twice, 3 times a week for recreation to keep fit. And that's a massive part of the market. So what I'm talking about today is the programs that your club can have available, and certainly we at Club Kelvin have available to cater for the various sorts of market segments that people would like to play the game in, that generally aren't that hugely available in squash clubs. So the first program, and one of the most important programs I think any club needs to have, is an entry-level program that is really set up for that person that wants to play squash, maybe hasn't played for a year, for a long time, spots your club somehow and wants to come into the club and access it and have a game in some sort of a format that they're comfortable with, and that's their entry level into your club. So our one, we call it our Sunday club. Funnily enough, we have it on a Sunday, and we do it in two sections. We have from 3 to 4:30 we have a beginners club, and from 4:30 to 6 we have it more for the player that is already heavily involved with the club and wants to come along and have a sort of a traditional club day, meet their mates there and have a game. And they might come 20 times a year. We run this just about every week of the year. We probably run it 40 weeks of the year. So traditionally this is for the person that rocks up to our club or rings us and wants to know about squash, and we say, come along to our Sunday club. We can introduce you to the club. The guy that runs it, we have it run by 2 guys, so consecutive weekends, and one's an A grade squash player and one's a good C grade squash player. Both are good coaches, and it's really good to have absolutely important to have the right person running that, because they're your representative of that club, and they're your salesperson of that club as much as the coach. So important to have the right person running that club, your club day, which is your entry-level product. I believe is the best way to use it to get new people into your club. So that's how we promote our Sunday club. We make it $8 for adults and $7 for students. We have rackets available, and we provide the rackets and the shoes. And I'm not talking about a racket with a head as big as a ping pong bat. I'm talking about a proper squash racket. Not something that was given to you you bought off the Salvation Army for $2. We're talking about decent gear so that they're going to feel good about the game. So they come along, they get some coaching, they get paired up with other people. The coach or the person who's taking it introduces them to the other programs that you have in the club, shows them the various membership forms, membership options, gives them brochures. So it's really as much a sales job on your club as it is anything else, but so important to as that entry into your club. So at our one we have free table tennis, because it's in an area where we've got a table tennis table above it. So we really try and make it as sociable and as welcoming, and have all the sales gear there so that we can provide them with everything they need to know about our club to hopefully make an informed opinion about how they would like to use our various products going forward. So absolute key product, a club day. So another really important program that I believe every club should have is some leagues. We call them our big leagues because they're big. They are big for our club. We have between a dozen, 15 leagues usually a month. 6 players in a league. 2 go up, 2 go down at the end of every month. And we really drive them. So we have them on our website and we put the results in every day or two, and people really keep an eye on the results because, well, some people really keep an eye on the results because they want to see how they're getting on and where they are in the league and whether they're going to go up, and they become quite important to people. Have a look at our website. You'll see that if you just click on the big league tag, you'll see all the leagues, you'll see all the people's names and their contact details, and you'll see how we run them. And it's got all of the information that's on this little flyer that advertises what we do, how we run the leagues. It's all on the website, so have a look at it. Because what we do is that when people come into that Sunday club, once they get to once they can sort of hold a racket, we try and get them into playing in our leagues. So it's a progression. It's the Sunday club progresses into the big leagues, and that's how we try and get them a bit more involved with the club. And I would suggest, you might have people that come to your leagues that aren't members. They might just be league members. So they might pay you a casual fee per game or a casual fee per month just to play in the leagues. Or they might have to join. It's completely up to you. But, people love the leagues, and that gets them people to play. And that's one of the hardest things about squash, isn't it? Is having people to find to play that are your same level. So we grade them at the Sunday club for the leagues, and then they end up becoming friendly with some of those people in the leagues, and they play them at other times. So really, really important program. Another thing that you can do that we do to enhance the leagues is we have little prizes. So for every winner of every league, as long as they've played 4 of the 5 games, we have 2 little prizes. We give them a squash ball and something else that's been donated to us by one of our sponsors. And they love picking up their little prize, and we email out who the winners are and everything like that. But the other thing that we have that's really good that you could organise very easily is we have 3 decent prizes that we give away for every league for people that have played their 5 games. So they have to have played their 5 games. And the 3 prizes are an hour's coaching session with our qualified coach. So that's $55 from us. So that's free for them. And we have 2 of these prizes, which is a $50 voucher from one of our good members who owns a couple of pubs, but this one's the general practitioner. So it's a $50 voucher to go along and enjoy his pub and put that towards a meal or whatever. So really good idea to have some nice little prizes. So that's it on the big leagues. As I say, really great program to have to be a transition from your club day, or get them straight into that and make them feel part of the club and get them to play people that they are the same standard as. And yeah, really great. Another key program that we have at Club Kelburn that a lot of clubs have derivatives of is a business house competition. Now we call ours a Super League, and how we run ours is we run it every Monday, and it goes for 10 weeks, and we charge them $80 per person for the 10 weeks, so it's $8 a night. And we have a player of the night prize, and we have a player of the series prize, and then we have winning team of the competition prizes. So although we charge a little bit more than a lot of clubs charge for their business houses that they run, we try to charge more, make some reasonable money out of it, and then give a bit more back. However, the members that play in this, they most of them are paying, the way we do it, they pay $15 or $20 a week as a squash member or a squash and gym member, and they get it free. So it's actually become more of a member thing. But they really like it because we're running it now on 4 courts, and it's only 24 players, and it only takes 2 hours. So they watch a game, they play a game, and they ref a game. So it doesn't take all night. It takes a couple of hours. 8 teams, 3 players in a team, 24 players. Quite a social little thing. A lot of them are the same guys, have been doing it for a long time, and really good little program. However, for squash clubs, I've seen clubs run them where they might have one person that's a member and they have to go and get 2 or 3 non-members to play in it. And that's a really great idea as a business house or a team league to play an internal club thing, and that will develop you more members. So yeah, pick a night, and as I say, this is also all on our website. We have a tag on our website that you can click on. You'll see how we run it every Tuesday. It's all updated. We email out the results to everybody. It's all updated on the website. We have a little flyer for it that matches in with all our other marketing material that they can enter. And we run 4 of those a year, so we run it for 40 weeks of the year. So we get good mileage out of that program. And yeah, it's just another product, another program, a different way of playing squash that gives people an option that might suit them. So it's not a one size fits all. We have a range of programs, and that's just one of them that fits certain sorts of people. Another very important program, if you'd like to call it that we run, is we have a professional coach here that we offer coaching, and we offer individual coaching, we offer 2-on-1 coaching, we offer group coaching. The coach takes our team squash, our Sunday club. We do schools. So really important to have a coach available, have a nice little brochure that explains, that gives us details, have a business card, have them on your website. And as with all of these programs that we've got, have them in your foyer in a prominent place. So we have, when you walk in our door, right when you walk in our door, you turn right, and there's a nice brochure, Perspex brochure holder, and it's got all the different programs that we've got, all these different flyers in that brochure area. Then behind the counter where the staff can get at it, we have them all again, so we can be getting those out when people are at the counter at reception. And then in the main foyer area, we have a board where all those big leagues are, so that you can't walk past the foyer without seeing that, because that's an absolute core product. So all these programs and all these pamphlets got to be in a really accessible and noticeable place in your core area, your key area in your club. So that's our one on coaching, and once again, that person's got to be the right person. They've got to be sociable, they've got to be able to sell your club, they've got to be familiar with everything in your club, all your membership options, because that person's got to help you sell all, find out what these people want and what's the best fit for them. And don't be afraid. I don't believe in charging peanut rates for coaching. So, we charge, Gary, our coach charges $55 for an hour, or $50 for regular, or $60 if there's 2 of them. And, I pay $70 for the plumber, and I pay $80 to get the gear fixed an hour, plus GST, our gym gear fixed now. So I don't think that we should devalue what a professional squash coach gets paid, because they've spent a lot of time learning the game and going on courses, and they deserve to get paid a reasonable amount of money for it. So that's the squash coaching. But I'll show you one other product or program that I'll just put in here now that's quite neat to have, and we've got a little pamphlet for it, and it's on our website. It's like a corporate night. So We're charging $125 for a couple of hours of squash in an area. They can book the courts, they can get the rackets and balls supplied, once again decent rackets and balls. They can play high ball squash, that game that we developed with basically a racquetball racket and a racquetball sized ball that's designed for squash courts. They can play table tennis, they can play basketball on the courts that we've got basketball hoops on the back of in that area. So that's another product that you can offer just as a brochure and on your website, that something that you can have, that if an organisation who's close by to you says, oh, I'd like to bring my staff along, midwinter thing or whatever, or Christmas or whatever, something else you can promote your club through, another program that you've got available. So that's the list of our programs at present, and as we said earlier, really important to have a good range of programs, a good way of presenting them, good brochures, good information when you come into your club, and a really good website with all of that stuff available on it that looks really good.